Good morning, Tobago, and welcome back to the Tobago Updates Youth Morning Show. This morning, we have with us no stranger to us here at Tobago Updates, Mr. Dayreon Mitchell, President of the Tobago Youth Council, and he's all smiles this morning. Good morning, Dayreon.
Good morning, Kayleigh. Thank you all for having me once again.
Okay, so this morning he's here in the capacity, as I would have mentioned before, Tobago Youth Council President. And the Tobago Youth Council is hosting a career catalyst workshop. Now, Darren, I remember when you came on here previously, you spoke about giving young persons the opportunity to know how to do what they need to do, essentially. And I saw that recently you all embarked on a project for resume writing and cover letter writing, that kind of thing, preparing young persons for the world of work. So tell us about this career catalyst workshop.
Okay, so first of all, the Career Catalyst Workshop is a series of workshops that would help young persons to develop themselves or prepare themselves to attain a job. So one of the first things we have done was CV writing, cover letter, as well as interview prep. That would have been on the 21st and 22nd of June. That would have been facilitated by the YES program, Mr. Keegan Denoon. Going forward, today we actually have another one. This one will be public speaking that will be hosted by Mr. Julian Skeet. And then going forward, we'll have financial, having persons know how to start their business, etc. And the workshop series will continue throughout the entire summer period because most young persons are home. But the reason or rationale behind this is we realize sometimes there are gaps within the summer internship programs. So persons straight out of fifth form, it's difficult for them because they don't have any subjects or they don't even have a cover letter or resume. So we embarked on this workshop to at least give them a head start because some of these things are not taught in school.
Okay, and within the Tobago space, how exactly did you come up with this idea, or you and your executive, I should say? Was it just something that you saw and you thought it was necessary, or was it something that you would have experienced firsthand? What was the thought process behind it?
I guess it's a lot of research and observation. Because when you look at the criteria to register for some of these summer internship programs, we realize there are small gaps left out. And what we try to do, my executive and I, would have been fill those gaps. Because when you look at it, we don't want persons falling short because others would have gotten the advantage that they never had. So we're trying to give equal opportunity to all persons around the board.
Okay, and this event is a collaboration with Trinidad and Tobago Youth Ambassadors. I think I saw that somewhere on the flyer. Tell us a little bit about that collaboration.
All right, well, I would have been a part of the Trinidad and Tobago Youth Ambassadors as executive member. I would have been regional representative as well as VP for Tobago Affairs. So we work well together, and we still have persons there who are still a part of TTYA. And we usually do collaborative events because even in my past tenure as vice president with the Tobago Youth Council, we were doing collaborative efforts with other NGOs. However, TTYA is one of our strongest partners going forward.
Okay, and I saw that the age group is 15 to 35. Is there a specific reason for that age group?
Not necessarily, but we're trying to work within the parameters of what is considered to be quote unquote youth, but we're still leaving space for those who are still younger to an extent.
Okay, good to hear. And tell the viewers about how they can get registered for this program or even programs in the future.
All right, so going forward, what we'll be doing is we'll be posting on our social media pages, Tobago Youth Council or Youth Council Tobago. That will be on Instagram and Facebook as well. You can reach us via email as well, youthcounciltobago@gmail.com. All the information would be on the flyer as well. We do QR codes because we're trying to stay updated with technology because you may show your friend and your friend scans it and they get the link. They will get the link to register immediately. To register, it takes no more than 2 minutes. If it takes you more than 2 minutes, something wrong. Your internet probably slow.
Okay, and I can imagine that you probably would have encountered some issues while planning this event. Tell us a little bit about that.
Um, Actually, no, we didn't encounter any issues as yet.
Perfect.
Knock on wood. We actually had a smooth planning process because once we booked the venue, we booked the facilitators, and then we sent out the information. So we won't send out the information until everything behind the scenes are confirmed.
Okay, and what was it like planning the process? Did you all have any collaborations with the THA? How has that been in terms of assistance and collaboration?
Okay, we do have partnerships with THA primarily, Office of the Chief Secretary, as well as Community Development, Youth Development, and Sport. We are working with them to do more workshops, and one of the things we're going to do going forward, would be to emulate that of an executive council meeting. So the town hall meetings as well as an executive council meeting. So we're gonna do a youth town hall meeting. So we're gonna have the persons, their area representatives there, persons from youth as well, and we're gonna do what the THA usually does for the different area representatives. So we're gonna give young persons that space to air their views and voice their opinions as well.
Okay, and would this be a one-off thing, or is it something that is going to happen next July, August vacation or next Easter vacation? Because I saw that there are limited spaces available. So I can imagine that some persons probably wanted to register to come and it doesn't have any space for them. So what?
And what we do in terms of the career catalyst workshops, we look at the amount of persons that register to determine if we need to change the venue. But the harsh reality of it is sometimes persons will register and then you'll contingency plan for persons who may not show up, as well as those who did not register and still want to show up. So we never turn away anybody. We try to make it fit as much as possible. But we always ensure the room that we have can facilitate all the persons so everybody will be seated comfortably to participate.
Okay, wonderful. And tell the viewers about the Tobago Youth Councils rather, for persons who are watching and they probably don't even know what Tobago Youth Council is, who Dayreon Mitchell is. Give the viewers.
The Tobago Youth Council is an umbrella organization. It's considered to be, quote unquote, the highest youth organization on the island. We fall directly under the Division of Community Development, Youth Development, and Sport, and various other NGOs, once registered with the division, as well as us, would fall primarily under us. So what we do, we work together with various NGOs to ensure initiatives and youth development programs are well off, as well as to reach to all the youth across the island of Tobago primarily.
Okay, and can you tell us about some of the things you'll probably have planned for the rest of the year if you want to share it with us? I don't know if it's top secret or if you could tell the viewers.
No, it's not it's not top secret. One of the things, like I was mentioning before, we wanted to do is the youth town hall meetings. We're gonna have it once per month. Various sections of the island. So we'll have it in Scarborough, one in the west, one in the east, and one in the north. Right. So we're gonna try to hear the voices and opinions of as much young persons as possible, and then from there start developing more programs or workshops that can facilitate to the needs that they are calling out for. So opposed to just putting something on the table and tell them, here, take this, we want to hear what they have to say in order to work with the THA as well as the private sector to facilitate as much as possible.
Okay, and aside from that, on the school level, is there anything specific that you all want to do?
On the school level, we are still in talks with Secretary Hackett, primarily because when you're dealing with schools, there are a lot of permissions and parameters that are required in order to do so. But we are in the works with them, and we actually wanted to do a CV writing and cover letter workshop as well for persons who are in third form, fourth form, and fifth form. We already are in talks about hosting it at the Shore Park Cultural Complex because these are the things that are not really taught at school, as I said. So we want to give them that head start because a lot of them participate in a lot of activities while they're in school and they don't remember it or put it on their CV. So we want them to start building that database and start filling their resume as much as possible because sometimes when they come out of school in fifth form, they forget everything and their resume seems quote unquote blank to them.
Okay, well, thank you so much for chatting with us this morning, Dayreon. Before you leave, just give the viewers the information once again so that they can register for the Career Catalyst workshop. If not this one, the next one. So just go ahead and give the viewers the information.
Okay, so today the Career Catalyst workshop will be held at the Scarborough Public Library in the AV room. It starts at 4:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Today we'll be dealing with public speaking, and it'll be hosted by none other than Mr. Julian Skeet. If you want more information based on the workshops that we're having, you can follow our social media pages, Tobago Youth Council. You can check us out on Facebook as well as on Instagram. Now, you can also check out Trinidad and Tobago Youth Ambassador page because they would also be posting, as well as we'll be in talks going forward with the various divisions to have them posting our flyers so you could have a wider reach.
Okay, thank you so much again, Dayreon, for chatting with us. We hope to see you soon. I mean, I know we will because you're always coming here for some interview, whether it's as Tobago Youth Council President or as the GIS specialist at TEMA. So thank you, viewers, for tuning in for this interview. Remember to stay tuned and share the live, share the live, share the live. We'll be right back.